All right, let's dive right in. Today we're going to get into the world of Ta-Nehisi Coates' incredible novel, The Water Dancer. Now this is historical fiction, for sure, but it's blended with this amazing, unique kind of magic that really changes everything.
And boom, right from the start, Coates hits us with the absolute heart of the story. You know, we think of memory as just looking back, but here? No way. In this world, memory is a force of nature. It's a literal key that can unlock a door from one reality into another. Remembering isn't just a thought, it's an act of pure power.
So the story doesn't ease you in. Nope. It just throws you, and I mean literally, right into the deep end. We meet our hero, Hiram Walker, at the exact second his carriage is plunging off a collapsing bridge and into the freezing cold River Goose. It's just a sudden, violent shatter of his reality.
I mean, can you even imagine that moment? Your mind just short circuits. It's screaming, there should be air here, because, well, there always has been. It's this total, baffling confusion that comes even before the real terror kicks in.
And the language Coates uses, it's just so visceral. You can feel that rising panic, right? The crushing weight of the river, and that awful feeling of your own body betraying you, gasping for air that isn't there and only making things worse. It's just this downward spiral into a complete and terrifying loss of control.
So this is it. Hiram's done fighting. He accepts it, he stops struggling against the current, and he just lets himself sink into the cold and the dark. But then, right at that moment of total surrender, the rules of the world just seem to break.
And suddenly, it's just unbelievable. He isn't drowning anymore. The cold, violent water is gone, and he's inside this warm blue pocket of air. The river is still raging all around him, but it can't touch him. He's in this impossible bubble of safety. And it's not sinking anymore. He's rising.
Okay, so what just happened? What in the world was that blue light that saved him? Well, that, my friends, is our introduction to the magic of this novel. It's a mysterious power, and it's known as conduction.
Now, don't just think of this as some sci-fi teleportation thing. It's so much deeper. Conduction is described as being like bridges built out of powerful stories and memories. It's the way over the river, a path to freedom that's literally forged from the struggles of those who came before.
So how does it actually work? Well, there are three key ingredients to this magic. First, you need a powerful story, a memory that runs deep. Second, you need water, which acts as a sort of conduit. And third, you need an object, something physical that connects you directly to that powerful memory.
And get this isn't some new magic. It's ancient. It's this forgotten knowledge, rooted in the history and the resistance of enslaved people. The legends say it was so strong, it could literally transport people across the entire ocean. A final, miraculous act of defiance. Just wow.
Now let's get back to Hiram, because he's at the center of this huge puzzle. He seems like he would be the key to this power, but he's also locked out from it because of this huge contradiction buried deep in his own mind.
You see, Hiram has this unbelievable gift. It's basically a superpower. He has a perfect photographic memory. He remembers every song, every story, every face he's ever seen with perfect clarity. So you'd think, okay, this guy's going to be the greatest conductor of all time, right? Well, not so fast.
Because for all the things his mind holds on to, there's one giant gaping hole right in the middle of it all. The one person he can't call to mind is his own mother. To him, she's just a feeling, like fog and smoke. And that one missing piece he's about to learn is the very thing keeping his power locked away.
So Hiram's journey becomes this quest to unlock that memory, and in doing so, unlock his power. And that path leads him to discover a tradition that is so much more than what it seems on the surface, something called the water dance.
He learns the origin story of the dance, and it's this incredible tale of rebellion. It tells of a group of captured Africans who, rather than surrender to slavery, chose to walk back into the water, dancing and singing, believing in a power that could take them all the way back home. It was just this supreme act of faith and defiance.
So the water dance becomes this living tribute. It's an act of remembrance. And it's this brilliant illustration of how community can take a tool of their oppression, the water, the work, and completely flip it, turning it into a powerful symbol of their heritage and their strength. And all of this, Hiram's memory, the magic, the dance, it all comes together and builds toward the novel's profound central message, where memory, history, and freedom all become one.
And this is really the thesis of the whole book, delivered by the legendary Harriet. Memory isn't just looking backwards. It is the vehicle,
the chariot that actively carries you from bondage to freedom. The power to remember is the power to build that bridge yourself. So, ultimately, that's the big idea in The Water Dancer. Memory is an active force. It's not just nostalgia. It's a dynamic, creative, liberating tool. To forget is to stay trapped. But to remember, well, that's how you create the path forward.
And that leaves us with a question that really extends far beyond the pages of this book, doesn't it? In our own world, if memory is the bridge from bondage to freedom, what are the stories that we absolutely must refuse to forget? What personal and collective memories form the bridges that we need to build today? It's definitely something to think about.